Okay, so let's talk about AI. What if I told you that you could go from knowing basically nothing to actually being confident and skilled with it in just 4 weeks? Yeah, 4 weeks, even if you're a complete beginner. Let's get into it.
For all the hype and all the headlines, the reality is most people are still kind of freaked out by AI. It's true. There's this massive growing gap between the people who are leaning in and learning this stuff and everyone else who's kind of backing away slowly. And that gap, it's getting wider every single day. And this, right here, this is what that looks like in the real world. Economists call it a K-shaped recovery. You've got one line going up, that's the people and the companies embracing AI. And then you've got the other line, the one going down. Those are the ones getting left behind. It's a pretty stark picture, isn't it?
But here's the really cool part. You're not behind. Not at all. In fact, you are ridiculously early to the party. The experts think we won't see mass adoption of AI until like 2030. So by starting now, you're not just catching up, you're putting yourself years ahead of the curve.
So here's the game plan. This is our 4-week roadmap. First, we'll look at that AI gap. Then we dive into week 1, your first step. Week 2 is about building your toolkit. Week 3, finding your calling. And finally, week 4, we're gonna make something real.
Okay, so let's dig into this divide a little more, because this isn't just about some fancy new tech, it's about opportunity. And our whole goal here is to make sure you land squarely on the right side of it. All right, week 1. Now this is absolutely crucial because the #1 mistake people make is they try to learn everything at once. They download 20 different apps, get totally overwhelmed, and then they just quit. We are not going to do that. This week is all about keeping it simple and mastering the basics. To do that, you're going to focus on just one tool. That's it. One. And that tool is ChatGPT. Why? Because the most important skill you can learn is how to talk to an AI. And that skill is universal. If you get good at it with ChatGPT, you'll be good at it with almost any other tool you pick up.
And this skill has a name. It's called prompt engineering. It sounds technical, but it's really not. Just think of it like this. An AI is like a genius-level assistant who takes everything you say literally. So garbage in, garbage out, the better your instructions, the better the result you're going to get. This is seriously the foundation for everything else. And here's a little hack to get you started. The AIM framework. It's a super simple 3-step formula for writing great prompts. First, A for actor. Tell the AI who to be. Are they a world-class copywriter? A personal chef? Then I for input. Give it all the background info and context it needs. And finally, M for mission. Tell it exactly what you want it to accomplish. And wow, just look at the difference this makes. On the one hand, you have this vague, lazy prompt, help me prepare for software engineering roles. And you get back a totally generic, useless answer. But then look at the good prompt. We used AIM. The actor, a technical recruiter at Google. The input, I have 2 years of experience. The mission, ask me technical questions. The response you get is 1,000,000 times more specific and actually helpful. It's a total game changer. Okay, so once you've gotten the hang of that, once you feel comfortable talking to an AI, now it's time for week 2. Let's expand your toolkit. Look, there are 1,000,000 different AI tools out there, but the truth is, most of them fall into one of these 5 main categories. You've got your language models, like ChatGPT for writing, you have tools for research and summarizing, and then you have the big 3 for creativity: image, video, and audio generation. Now, your goal this week is not to become an expert in all of these. Just pick 2 or 3 categories that sound interesting or useful for you and start to play around. That's it. Just explore. All right, week 3, this is where it gets really interesting. You've played around, you've seen what's possible. Now it's time to stop being a generalist and pick a path to specialize in. So path #1 is the creator. This is for all you folks who want to make things. We're talking about generating amazing graphic designs, writing marketing copy that actually converts, or even creating entire videos for social media. Stuff that just a few years ago would have taken a whole team of people. Now you can do it yourself. Path #2 is the builder. This is for you if you're a bit more on the technical side or just like making things work. You can use AI to build automated systems for boring tasks, create simple little apps, or even build websites. It's all about creating functional solutions. And finally, path #3, the engineer. This is for the truly curious, the ones who want to pop open the hood and see how this whole thing actually works. You'll dig into the big ideas like machine learning and neural networks. This is the path you take if you want to become a real AI researcher or engineer someday.
And that brings us to the final week, week 4. You've learned the basics, you've explored the tools, you've picked your lane. Now it's time to put it all together and make something real. This is where the rubber meets the road. Your mission for this week is to create an actual project, something tangible. If you're a creator, make a video and post it publicly. If you're a builder, automate a real task you have to do every day. The key is to produce something real that you can show to people, use yourself, or hey, even sell to somebody. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to exist. And here's the payoff. If you actually follow through on this 4-week journey, you will have more practical, hands-on knowledge about AI than 99% of the population. That's not an exaggeration. You won't just be someone who's heard about AI. You'll be someone who actually knows how to use it.
So there you have it, the complete roadmap to go from zero to hero in AI in just 1 month. The only thing left to do now is to actually do it. So your 4-week quest starts now. The only question is, what are you going to create first?